So, once upon a time, there's a place called Israel, and there was a king over Israel, a great king, and his name was King David. And he had one king before him, and his name was King Saul, and King Saul was bad, and he did not do what was right in God's eyes. And so he appointed King David to be king instead. And when King David took charge, he did what was right in God's eyes. And he held the kingdom fast and slew the enemies of God and didn't have mercy on them. And so God greatly increased King David's kingdom. And King David had a son named Solomon, to which he handed down the throne, or God actually, anointed him as king. And he proceeded, or he came after King David, but Saul was a great king as well, and he was one of the most wisest men that ever lived on the face of the earth. And but Saul did wickedly later on in his life. He sinned against the Lord by going after other gods and transgressing against God by hearkening to his wives. Apparently, Solomon may have been a little bit too agreeable. We can't be sure, but he did build some pagan altars and transgressed against God. So God decided that he would split the kingdom up after that. And King Solomon died, and so the kingdom was split up between Rehoboam, which was the son of King David, and Solomon, son. And he was given two tribes, the tribes of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin, and the other 10 tribes went into the northern kingdom of Israel. And they were known as, they had 10 tribes, and the southern kingdom of Judah only had 2 tribes. So it goes on like this for good 400 or 500 years. And they war against each other, from warring against each other to fighting with each other in battle against others, against mutual enemies. There's a whole, chronicle of stories that goes along with it all. But there were several, righteous kings over the southern kingdom of Judah, but we're told that none of the kings of the northern kingdom of Israel were righteous. Some did less evil in God's eyes than others, like Jehu would be an example. He actually killed Jezebel, and he had her cast off of a balcony by some eunuchs that wanted to take a place with Jehu. So they cast Jezebel over, and he slew a lot of the priests of Baal, and God was thankful for that for him. But even Jehu transgressed against the law and didn't hold fast to the covenant. And so God broke up the northern kingdom of Israel by way of the Assyrians. So they had come to the full transgression, I suppose, and God decided that they were fit for being carried off into captivity. So the Assyrians conquered the northern kingdom of Israel, and they carried the 10 tribes off into captivity, which is now known as the 10 lost tribes of Israel. So the whole tribe of Ephraim went into captivity along with their brothers. And so the southern kingdom of Judah was the only one that was left. And the southern kingdom of Judah had many great kings, King Hezekiah being chief among those great kings. And the Assyrians tried to conquer southern kingdom of Judah as well. And they came upon the city, and God sent an angel, and he slew 185,000 of their soldiers. And King Sennacherib tucked tail and went back to Nineveh, where he was slain by his 2 sons, Adremelech and Shalrezer. And he was worshiping in the temple of his god Mishrak, and he was slain by his own sons, as God prophesied. And so the southern kingdom of Judah persisted for another, I'm thinking 50 years or so. And eventually the Babylonians came upon the southern kingdom of Judah and conquered it and destroyed the first temple. So the first temple was then destroyed, and they went into captivity as well. So did the southern kingdom of Judah. But the southern kingdom of Judah was restored their kingdom when the Persians conquered Babylon, and the Persians reinstated, by way of King Cyrus's decree, reinstated Judah and allowed them to build the second temple. So the second temple was rebuilt, and so the southern kingdom of Judah persists off, more or less from what they say is 586 BC all the way up to 70 AD, right after the crucifixion of Jesus. And they were conquered by the Romans in 70 AD, and Judah and the tribe of Benjamin as well were carried off into captivity, and their genealogies were lost. So for that to, they were then considered, strangers themselves because their genealogies had been lost during the destruction of the temple. So, yeah, nobody could trace their pedigree back to their father's house, which is required to be considered a son of Israel per Ezra 2:59 and Numbers 1 verse 2 and verses 18. So God's going to gather the remnant of Israel and Judah on the last day, and not before then. The remnants will not be gathered or even known who they are, and until that day only God knows, because the genealogies have been lost, and there's no way to show the pedigree of the son of Israel anymore. No doubt they're as numerous as the sand on the seashore, or as multiple as the stars in the sky, but like I said, only God will know, and he said that he'll gather them from the four corners of the earth on that day where they've been scattered, and then he'll take them and bring them to Zion, and there he will reform Israel, and not until then. So I hope this helps give you a little bit of background information concerning the nation of Israel and the sons of Israel, and so hope you enjoyed, and until next time, Godspeed.